Alright, today I'm going to go over Heretics Phase. I haven't give Heretics any love here this year, I don't believe, but they are definitely a dark horse team. I wouldn't be surprised if they won champs. They played everyone super tight, super well. So I'll leave it there. I have this kind of like set up here, just it's going to be all minimap. And then a kill feed over. Should be above my head. The kill feed will be above there. You'll be able to see it. Triple chow for open. Generally, you have to contest for one of these halls. Number 7, who is on Faze, is playing fast. That's going to be Simp. Simp jumps down immediately, not worried about dying at all. So he's going to get through in the corner, but he's going to get caught from you. Where did 4 come from? Yeah, 4. So 4 hit through well. Generally, you want to have at least one player kind of hit an outside lane if you're on the team spawning away from P2. That way you can kind of have some control, or you have some semblance of where they're spawning if you win the initial breakoffs. Because if you're all mid and you get kills, it can be kind of weird. This guy being here would probably just promote kind of towards either just directly in the back, nothing well side basically. And he can also just OE and flip if the opportunity arises, but I don't think that would be off breakoff, even if his team got like 2-3 dead uncontested. Contesting open, teams will generally contest either open or closed. Heretics going to take hall control. They're going to play through their hall. This guy has to be worried about the overextension. From the look of it, he's not. Oh, he jumps out the window actually to get time so that number 4 can stay secret here. So they're not worried about. They know they're looking for 1. Right? Am I tripping? They get 1, 2. They spotted the 3rd guy here, and they got this guy. So yeah, so I think they know that the guy that was originally top hall that they didn't kill, or top open. He's the last guy they're looking for. Number 4 is looking. He checks their side. They clear it together. So they have to know now that he had to have filled closed. Probably didn't go back spiral. That'd be silly. Number 4 is looking back at his spiral. He could be there. That's kind of his only possible route. His teammates have everything else, so might as well. Well, I mean, wine can't kill you there either. As well get some damage in him. You're probably not going to win it, but clearing out. Now you have this kind of duel for spawns between 3 and 6. Ranker's actually going to lose that. Shotgun. Abizi's going to get to the back here, and he's just going to be playing for mostly info. He's going to be jumping from cover to cover. He does not want to get caught. He's got a sub here. He's got Simp holding his cross. No way Simp has an AR, right? Going to get stunned close, and Abizi's actually going to get the guy outside. He's going to catch him, and then they're not expecting him to be there for some reason. I think that there is a lot of, if the year would go on longer, there'd be a lot of innovation on how teams play for these back spawns, because FaZe just have 2 subs kind of playing for them. They make sure that Abizi gets close kind of on this truck, and they even leave their spiral open, so he could have came through mid and killed him. It's risky. But yeah, but now you see that kind of occur here, and that's going to be Celium, number 8, wraps back and actually just gets the kill for free. Now he's going to be able to chow with his teammate on the guy inside closet, but Cel's going to win it anyway. So now you hold front, you expect rock spawn or wine spawn. They need to get this kill. Both of these are open. That's a rough loss for Real. Basically, not the best challenge out of Simp, but it works out. And Abizi just holding these spawns, just like with a sub, he just forces the other team to get close up on him. They're still kind of playing for these spawns with 34. They slip to the back, but he has help on this cross. A lot of teams will sit behind this car. If you're playing ranked, a really good thing you can do, if you're expecting someone on the OE, and you have a teammate back here, and you don't want to leave him alone, is you just sit on this car. You can throw a trophy in front of it if you want, and you just cut everything. And that gives the guy back here, whoever crosses, he'll have info. If you're talking, you'll get someone weak. And he should know that if you shoot, someone's crossing anyway, so you shouldn't really need to give him info. He might not know where, but he'll assume it's on this part of the map. But yeah, and that way if they actually end up stacking hill and not really playing for spawns, you can just immediately turn and start helping your teammates right away.
It's been messy like towards the hard point, not messy in the actual hard point. All the fights that have gone down towards the objective have gone.
Now they're going to get spawns with 25. You still got to set up your break. You get this close rock spawn. And actually, he's going to get, who's that? Real's going to get a free kill on Lambo because Faze didn't expect the rock spawn. Now, this guy's going to cut open hall. These players are spawning well. They know their spiral is going to be clear. Nothing spiral, nothing secret. They know where all the last spawners were. Gets one kill open. You spawn close rock. You don't expect number 3 to be here. 8's probably dead. No, actually, Cell gets the kill. He's going to watch and see where this second guy goes. He knows that... wait, if the hill went white, then he should know. I'm surprised Cell doesn't actually hold it for a bit longer. Some people on this hill, they'll juke it. Like, not really juke it, but the hill will go white, and they'll just sit in, like, a closet for, like, an extra second. And then if somebody's watching it and they're not there, like, immediately after hill ends, they're like, oh, okay, he went out rock. Same thing can go for up here. So I'm surprised Cell didn't hold it for a second longer. He does seem to be a little freak for those small timings and shit. He's actually going to get caught top open here. Expecting someone to fill open. He could have probably backed up and, well, he would be exposed for the cross top hall. His team doesn't have hall control. Heretics go 3 dead, but Faze don't have any control of their plat, and they're not going to be able to take space fast enough. Ranker's going to win a big one front right here. This hall control is major. Or plat control, office control. Cell is actually going to flank it with an AR, and he's going to get one. He's going to get 2 off time. He's going to get 3 in the hall. And this is why you can't give up your plat. I say it all the time. Like, this position largely dictates at least who's not getting time. If you have somebody plat, the other team is probably not getting a lot of time. You might not be able to get time. But they shouldn't be able to either. So Cell's going to cut off open here, so nobody's going to be able to fill to hill except from front 10. Unfortunately, no other Faze responding 10. Never mind. From either open hall, this jump up, or obviously Lambo, but a lot of teams tend not to go Lambo because you're spawning well. And that's a pretty good run. Pretty not a lot of a straight line there. Rather just take open control. But the 1v1 goes Heretics' way. So number 4 here, that's going to be Real. Kills the player off old. He's going to know that player is going to be spawning probably somewhere back boat. Now Faze knows that they have to be aware that he could flank their side top open. So if they want to set up any push through top open, they probably need to take care of this guy before that happens. So number 5 comes back. He's not worried about anyone filling his open hall. That'd be kind of silly. And he's going to make sure that this guy doesn't hit, but Cell already has it. Cell really looking for this guy. They have to figure him out because they're not going to try and break through front. Only a BZ is front. They're going to try and break through open. They need to get rid of this guy, and if they can get him without anyone going down, if they get like a clean kill, well, then now you have a 4v3 on rock, and you can get good use out of your util. And actually, Cell catches him. He's going to push up. And he's going to immediately try and fill, get back, and he should be able to trade this. Yep, and so it works out. It's just killing that guy top hall free, and then even though Cell hesitated a little bit, he could have been there a little faster, but you're just man up. Even if you're funneling through a door, you know, on PC COD, like, they're going to get damage in you. Nobody's whiffing. Trade's going out front. You have this kind of Lambo spawn. Faze aren't ready. Actually, Cell was late ready for it. He saw the guy cross. They got the Heretics player goes down. Cell was worried about his spiral. He's trying to reflank it. I think he was watching the cross and he's like, wait, I don't want them to see me. And so he backed up and now he's refilling it, and he should know he's behind him based on the spawn timings. So he's going to get a freebie. He's going to shoot his body, actually, right there, because that's what happens. He just late flanked, basically, like it's S&D. That's a good play. And Cell's just going to sit bottom secret. Heretics, another kind of situation where you have to find this guy if you're gonna get any time or be able to play comfortably. For the rest of this hill, you gotta clean up Cell. You know he's your secret. Cell's gonna read the guy filling from well. Did he spawn well? Who is that, number 3? 3 spawn. He spawns tin. Faze reads the tin spawn. I think they know that they're looking for ranker off spawn. He could spawn well, I feel like there. I feel like that was kind of a 50-50. But he knows that, I guess he knows that Heretics should be blocking this back P2 spawn, so they might prioritize it. He's going to get that kill. Now Cell is just top close. He's going to get stuck by a nade, go down. Heretics finally have some peace of mind. They get 3 dead. And they're going to start getting this time. Now immediately this player's going to move to cut off this well. Draza is actually going to get that kill on well. Number 3 now has to back up. Watch that cross. Number 1 is just 2 left out to dry. And now you see how the dominoes just fall. Number 3 has to back up. Now nobody's watching over the guy on time. The guy on time dies, and now nobody. And now like the guy open isn't able to watch his front or even cut rock. So he's gonna get hunted, and because of that kill, exactly when it happens, you see number 8 spawns close here. So Faze are basically, they have pressure well, and they have pressure on close rock. So this tin spawn, which I think is primary, is just like expected. But 60-point lead here for Faze again, trying to win this rotation towards P2. And so, but Heretics just don't have enough resources. These 2 guys can't get back. They can't get any useful line of sight on the hill. This is a BO4 map. It's very compartmentalized, not a lot of long lines of sight, crosses. There's not really a way for them to get there fast. It's a pretty good distance. So they're playing well in the back, but this pinch should come out first. Unfortunately for Faze, the 2 players, I think that was Simp and Draza or something. It was 8 and 6. 8 and 6. So Simp and Draza in the back weren't able to get one, and now the collapse comes in, and Faze should actually lose out here. They weren't able to collapse on these guys in the back quick enough. Heretics are now going to get these spawns. 1 player well, 1 player cutting spiral. Going to be Super. Super's life is very important here. And he's going to go down to Abizi. Abizi's going to get traded from Well, and actually Well's going to get 2. Cell's going to get behind, though, on his outer route, I think. I assume he went outer fence. Now Cell's going to at least be able to apply pressure here. These players have to worry off respawn about Cell hitting outside the truck. They have to worry about him cutting this way. They have to worry about coming out of even main door here just fast, and then they have to worry about their closet. There's a lot to worry about here. Heretics are going to stack front. They're going to assume correctly they got Cell, so they know the rest of the players are off respawn. Number 3 is going to push up rock. That's going to force spawn this Faze player probably all the way. Oh, actually, they're trying to spawn Faze in the back because there's 11 seconds. But if this was being blocked, they would have spawned boat or something. Cell's going to get both on the OA. Hold rock chasing, Simp comes. They're going to hold office control. That's a Abizi. 5 on time. That's going to be Draws. He's just getting that. He's actually going to win a close range gunfight against Real with a sub outer fence. He's going to continue to get that time. Once again, office control. They're going to try and break through low. They have to worry about office. That's going to be Super's going to go up that staircase, get that heady, take care of office. Now they either collapse on time. Yep, and now they have all the time. They get a clean 4 dead, so they can play for whichever spawn they like. Number 1's a little bit pushed up, so they should be expecting the well spawn to be blocked. Now that he crosses here, funny enough, it doesn't block it. Trade's going out here. Number 3 is going to try and mop. Faze are going to get behind the hill. They're actually, Heretics are just going to give them the scrap. You see how Faze collectively try and take their office control, try and make sure that they have some control of top. Yeah, Ranker's gonna die there. It might seem stupid, like why are you challenging them for 10 seconds, but his respawn's gonna be fine. He probably expected there to only be one time as well. But you see how Faze very focused on getting together and just kind of playing for this top control for the breaks. Number 6 actually Secret. Secret's going to spot Ranker off respawn, making sure nobody flanks their spiral. So the idea that Ranker took that shell, died, and then he spawned up and he actually held something that it's faster for him to die to hold it. So there's some peace of mind there. Ranker going to assume nobody's going to hit behind him now. Faze actually, after spotting Ranker, the player that spots him, doesn't just simply take another route. He waits for his teammate, they group up, and they go and they play this flank together. Now they're going to get that kill. 1 for 1 there, so no man advantage. Now, Cell's going to be on site. The trades are going to be going down here. Metals is going to go down because he was weak too. I think that was a BZ hallway. Last guy on time. Heretics just get broken easily here because Cell is able to just slide out and get one from open. So Draw's going to go down hallway here. Now Heretics have a good opportunity for collapse. They're going to have 3 hall, 1 front. They got to collapse quickly before Draws gets there. And now Draws is last. Ranker knows it, swings it immediately. Now they might be confused as to where they're spawning. Yeah, now that they spawn here, they should definitely know Boathouse. You see how there's a break, just consecutive breaks. Hard to hold against util. Other teams fresh off respawn with 8 pieces of utility. You're on rock, it's kind of hard. Especially because it's open air and you can invert nade it.
It felt like Faze had a chance to blow them out early, but that P2 hold during the listed in, so good from Heretics. And honestly, they've just been playing way
all control comes in.
You win the P2 and then you split both P3 and P4, right? You were able to find
Ranker actually gets it, and the other player dies from the opposite window. So now they have full open control. You have one player, Wine. Wine's going to hit a rock route. See what they like to have one guy outer. They don't have to worry about their weld because number 6 is Abizi's here in the corner. He knows. Metals is going to play for him. Yep, 2 players turn around to play that though, and now you've lost all mid control. There is 14 seconds, and you're still getting time actually, so it's fine. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. Now you're going to have a player spawn U. Player U is actually going to fill mid, try and bump off scrap. This player is going to go back out secret and watch well. Now his teammate's filling. He doesn't turn around because his teammate's there. He should know that the spawn should be blocked immediately off his teammate's respawn, or it would be. But just in case he watches it, just to make sure there's no funky timing where his teammate can't quite see it. Ranker's actually going to kill 2 on cut, but Faze are going to slip 2 to the back, 2 on 2. Yeah, and so Faze aren't going to clean up. They're going to focus on holding these spawns rather than... Cell's going to get that trade, though. Metal's got a flank. But they're going to... These 2 players that were holding spawn are now going to swing time. This player, Ranker, is the odd man out. He's going to be able to clean up, though.
Pushing out this lead, 210 up, 30 seconds still to earn. They can't win it, but they can get damn close. Metals has turned up in the second half of this game. Really, the Heretics team just got hot after the slow start. Locking down back-to-back P2s.
Number 8 is watching well right here. This is going to be Cell, making sure nobody rotates early through well. Number 6's job here should be to get into their top open here, and if they're going to fill, it's going to have to be through secret. He's going to get open. He's going to cut it. He's going to get info on 1 spiral. Other guy is slipping secret. Secret gets through. Number 7 knows that should know that the only place he could slip is secret. He should. Oh, he doesn't check it. And 2's going to flank him. He'll dodge his missile. Faze go 2 dead in the back. Now 10 spawns. This player's here, but then number 3's respawn, I guess, wasn't quite in time. That's gonna be or no, he might have spawned old. He's in the Hellstorm. Kind of a close spawn. This is a weird ass spawn, man. If I spawn here, well, you know somebody's cutting the back, but you can't spawn well because somebody's blocking close well, and then you can't spawn like where the P2 spawns are because somebody was blocking that, which I don't know why Ranker would be. But that there's not a lot of situations where that particular spawn sequence has happened. That's going to go out. Heretics are going to bang front. They've lost tempo. They lost 2 straight. They've lost 3 straight. All right, they got 2. They just can't regain their tempo here. They need to wait, regroup. But, yeah, you're letting a Beezy just get in your mouth. Poorly timed stun hits super there on his Chow. So Contestant wins his fight. Going into P4, Faze is already there. 1 second remaining. Faze jump off. Saying, oh my gosh, and a BZ slips top hall before Ranker can pick it up. Number 1 spawn is big here. He can play for the spawner. Number 5. He doesn't play. I feel like this is okay. Well, it could have ended poorly. He's still gonna get traded. And now all of Heretics are funneling. Faze can't win off this.
Oh, this is stressful. There's a team kill for Heretics. Faze, I think, have the tick right now to win if they get a perfect hold. Joe, what do you see on the map? Meow's gonna go on a long route, and they did the first.
Yeah, so Heretics taking some composure, regaining, like kind of taking a deep breath. They've been funneling in for a while now. They're gonna have 1 player flank, but Cell's watching it. He gives them a little pump. You have no chance, and now you still have this next set of Lambo spawns. You need to kill last guy close. Super's actually going to kill Draw. Draw's going to get naded actually by his teammate. Ooh, that's pretty bad. And the thing is, if Draws gets that kill, they win the game, right? I mean. Not off time, but. So it's going to be kind of ring around the rosy on well. Oh, Abizi gets him, but he also gets his teammate. That's going to be Cell. Abizi gets on it. They should know it's 10 spawn. You should know it's 10 spawn here. It's going to get help. Draw's going to trade Ranker. Yep, and Heretics are in. Just barely came down to it. So Draw's not getting that kill. It would have been 1 less second on that contest. That would have been the map. But you just see when a BZ drops. So BZ comes out of his Hellstorm. He gets 2. Kills his teammate. Faze actually spawn close secret. A BZ just needs to get on it, but he should know. He should know that he's looking for this. I mean, he just came out of the Hellstorm. Why do you think they're going to be wine? Draws is in. Cell's watching over, but number 2's just going to jump straight in. Now number 8's going to not quite get there, and he's not going to be able to mob. How did that go so wrong? Just something Cell was doing here. See, like, all this is happening. Did number 2 just drop here? Yeah, number 2 just jumps out window. And Cell doesn't even shoot his gun here. What's happening there? I mean, I think the fountain might have been blocking that jump. So, that could be it. But yeah, it just came down to trades at the end, and Heretics just had bodies. It looked great for Faze when those players spawned like bottom secret, and Heretics spawned 10. But Abizi wasn't quite ready for it, and he didn't get a lot of damage out. He gets traded. He dies first, I guess, is the big one.
They actually got in for half a second. I thought it was over so many times. Three times at least.
Yeah, but that was a hell of a map. There's been some crazy ones, but I mean, that was quite crazy. Yeah, I felt like Ranker was going, and you see the slaying heavily in favor of Heretics, and they just barely won that map. So, kind of not too surprised by that, because FaZe kind of couldn't get anything. Like, Heretics wasn't giving them much, and they were playing things together. Like when I think about a BZ trying to flank through spiral stairs, and a player after a BZ spotted a guy, and then another player for Heretics came back to help. That's like, you probably drew too much attention for that player, but at the same time, you really don't want to lose those P2 spawns. And Faze, I don't feel like ever really had them. Heretics played it quite well, to where they were always kind of being blocked. Even if Heretics didn't have it, nobody had it. Kind of like Plat. But yeah, the trade war goes out. I think that game could have been over a little bit quicker. Heretics just kind of calmed down for a second. Also, once again, if Jaws doesn't get teammated there, it's yeah, FaZe just win. But yeah, I'll leave it there.